Seriously? Why haven't you spawned me? That was a terrible note. Oh, I love that thing. The reason why I want to make a video like this, and by the way, for everyone on the, or for my planners on the live stream, my MacBook died. Well, okay, it didn't die, but let's just say, I think its heart stopped, or let's just say, Dion, I think it's the mother drive. No, not the mother drive. Yeah, the fan, which is the heart of my MacBook, right? It died because I had to screenshot and I wanted to close the page out, but I'm guessing it was just too overstimulating or over computer-lating for my MacBook. And I had to basically hold the shut off button and I had to start over. So I'm sorry that the stream ended a bit early, but I know that all of you need your rest, including Dumbo as well, and Mason. And Mia and Brian, I hope that you're basically doing well. I'm sorry about that. This MacBook is so obsolete. I can't even go on eBay anymore because of how outdated it is. That's how ancient it is. So that makes sense, right? I'm sorry. I'm having an autistic moment. The reason why I want to make a video about this, right? Because I know we're getting close to November. Is, well, especially for the ones that are new here, it's a crush of mine, right? Even though I don't want him to thinking that I only want to talk to him for one reason, because I guess he kind of guilt-tripped me into that, even though he did apologize in the past. I talked about him many times already. His name is Wesley, right? That is a really hot Brazilian boy that I liked. He's 23 now. I met him when he was 18, going on 19, right? Even though he did tell me he was 19 when we first met, so I'll just keep it that way. And by the way, it's 12:52, the 27th of October on a Monday. I've noticed, because I did kind of review his Instagram, but it's on private, right? Or at least once I did, with one of the screenshots I have. But please don't bother him. He was following 2 people at first, and now he's following 3, whomever they may be. And what really, really hurt my autistic heartbeat for this, because I felt a little bit disgusted, right? He always do this. It bothers me. Because it makes me think that I did something wrong, right? He did remove me from following him, even though he doesn't post anything. Because, well, there's no crime in being curious who he follows. You know, it's only a couple people. One, it was a page of a man that basically loves cats, right? Which I did wish I screenshot. And then another one, well, I still want to keep it private. You know, just to respect him for that. That's why it's private. Because he's not doing anything. Right? And then a random girl, I believe. You know, he didn't like her post, right? I did message him eons ago, right? You know, he did not respond in 4 weeks. He told me that he won't get angry, which I'm really relieved. I always thinking that men that do Nolly are really aggressive. I think that's hot. I don't know why. Maybe that's because of my CPTSD and other stuff going on. Also, I did want to share the nightmare that I basically have, that I have on the live stream. So I'll have to do that tomorrow, or better yet today, because this is going to take a bit to process. Well, maybe not that long, but you know what I mean, right? Because I don't see tomorrow until, I guess, 5 a.m. Give or take. Okay, well, more like 4 a.m. Okay, fine, 5. I don't know why. Guess I still see it as nighttime, which obviously it is. He's someone that I basically like because I thought his body's really attractive, right? At least from an aesthetic and an affectionate point of view. Yeah, emotional, but I guess you know, because I find him attractive. I know affectionate and emotional is a little bit mixed up. Right? Because I think he's really beautiful, and, well, he's the one that messaged me first anyway. And not to mention, I never asked any nudity from him, not even once, because I just didn't care for that. Right? And I still have all our conversations on my main page. This is why I don't go on Instagram, because I would get a little bit jealous if someone would leave me a red. I am pretty much the jealous type, because I've been in many times, whether active. People did this to me all the time. I have some trust issues because they would say something online that I don't even know about. This happens quite often. Yeah, it's that bad. For the ones that basically did that to me, okay, you can screw off. Honestly, I don't want to expose you. If I had to go to that point, I will. Don't say I invade your privacy. Well, you invaded my trust, and not to mention, you shouldn't be spreading false info. I feel if I did it to others in the past because of how out of the way I was treated, which a few of you may have done so. You gotta stop doing that. Okay? And the thing is, basically, I sent him a message that, Wesley, listen, if you don't want to talk, that's fine. I just feel a little bit hurt in the heart because of how you would ghost me without me knowing about it. It's been 4+ weeks. I didn't know that he would follow anyone. And the funny thing is, he did get to using that porn site. This vid, it's a nasty porn site, right? I don't want to go in more detail, okay? And we did talk to on there because of how he would give me like a little blanket, an update of how he was doing mentally, right? Because he does take medication for his depression and anxiety, and how he would take care of his father at home, especially since he's CNA, which is pretty awesome. And telling me that he didn't feel comfortable on there, but he's back on there. I tried. Okay, literally, I want to be honest, okay? And I had a couple of nightmares. Well, the self-harm one that relates to One Piece, kinda, that was one of my nightmares. I did type it in on my notes, and then there's another one of me being naked in my live stream because I guess in that dream was me feeling that I had to hide myself, but I'm done. I want to say this, okay? Wesley, I had a big crush on you, okay? I think you're the hottest boy because your body was really attractive to me. Okay, I feel, yes, a little emotional around you. I know, I get the word emotional and affectionate, you know, to confuse sometimes. Again, just because I'm Aries doesn't mean that I can't date someone or find them attractive. I just don't like sex, and I don't really like to flirt. It's a little complicated. Okay, it's like, think about a best friend, but you find a body attractive. I don't know. Okay, it's a little complex, right? And I knew that boy for quite a while, on and off. And I'm just irritated because as someone that has faced rejection quite frequently, not to mention I miss my darn house that I want to get back desperately after we got evicted. I always wonder if I was really hot or someone else, I probably made money in keeping our house. I don't know. I try not to blame my own appearance for this, okay? Because that boy, he did distract me for what has been going on in my life and whatnot. And I did enjoy talking to him, regardless of the language barrier, because he speaks Portuguese, right? Even though he's not from Brazil, but seems Brazilian, because he speaks that language. He may be from Uruguay. I don't know, okay? I don't like to push him on, because he didn't even tell me his name. I was just a little curious, right? He's pretty closed up of himself. He's really mysterious. I think that's why I find him attractive. Plus he was really kind to me. He didn't force me to send any photos or anything. I really like that about him. Okay, I really do. Just keep it at that. And I'm just deeply hurt because I did send him a message on a dummy account that I have that darn freak Al, I don't want to talk about him again. Okay, that I guess it was, well, it's not stalking because, well, believe it or not, look what he did. Even though he deserves a second opportunity for what he did. I don't know. The others did totally disagree with me, of course. Right? I won't go more detail, okay? You can talk to my viewers about it for the ones that are new here, but I really find him attractive. And again, as someone that has 0 friends, well, in person, right? And that has difficulties opening up to others. Heck, I would get even anxious if I were comment on other YouTube videos because I've been rejected and I guess you could say got death threats so often. I just wanted to be in the Koopa show and just hide in there, right? And for people to say, well, rejection, you know, it's don't give me that basketball thing of, oh, if you don't shoot your shot, you lose. I don't want to hear it, okay? That whatever quote is really irritating, okay? Because for some people, rejection can be really hurtful and dangerous, I suppose. You'll be surprised. For the ones that haven't went through tense rejection, you got lucky. Okay, I don't want to hear it. It's difficult. It's like, think about that you want to get in a job interview, but oh yeah, basically you probably did this in the past because you sell drugs just to get by because you're poor, or if you did porn consensually and they were rejecting you for that. That doesn't define you as a human being. You know, it's just something like that. I don't know. Okay, just something random, right? And also, I just had to choose a random image of Chopper because, well, it kind of reminds me of like how I feel towards Wesley. Because since I deeply cared about his mental health, I've always thought that, you know what, I could help him. Okay, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? What I mean by that is I don't see him as just a fetish or an object or something, right? Because again, he's the one that started messaging me. And I did learn a little bit from him, right? Just like how I taught him, I guess in the Buddhist perspective, I was his student and he was my student, and vice versa, right? I could drink some water. And he shared a little bit about him because of how comfortable that he felt, right? And I really liked him a lot for that. And let's just say for him to be, now I'm sipping, open with his mental health towards me, I felt that I was a Chopper, right? Because no matter what I can do, I can't force him to open up. I don't want to, right? It's to think about if I was a paramedic, which Brian could relate here, and I want to basically cure someone, right? As in helping them, supporting them, right? Because everyone needs support. If that was the case, all of us would have been dead from diseases and other types of infections in life, right? You never know. And no matter what we do, it's too long gone. Like, think about just like a little flu, right? That they might not be able to get rid of. And they basically have a sore cough that may affect them for the rest of life. I don't know. Okay? Something like that. I did my part just to do the little curing and support, right? Not saying, oh, fix him, or I don't know where the heck that term comes from. It's nasty. Not to be mean. Whoever said that, it's just kind of creepy or weird. Okay, it's just because I never met a boy like him that is kind of vulnerable, even though he just keeps hiding himself. And yes, I don't even not know what he looks like. I kind of want to know, to be honest. And I don't care if this boy's really short or, you know, that he may not speak English. Well, do I know? Okay? Is there something about him? It connected with me the same way that you connect the red, yellow, and white wires on your TV just to hook up the Nintendo GameCube. But without those wires together, or without, let's just say, the red wire, how can you play the TV, right? You may have the sound, but where's the picture? Right? You gotta like wish you would see him as in hearing him. I don't know. I'm not sure that makes any sense. But I just had to just get this out of my system because this has been bothering me. You know, I was planning on doing like another video because I know I've been posting a lot lately and I feel deeply guilty, right? I did all I could. And I don't know if Wesley's ever going to see this, but I just want to say, Wesley, you were a really sweet and attractive boy. I want you to know that. I do hope that you're doing well. I do love the conversations we had. And yes, I got a little scaroused around you because of how attractive your belly looks. Right? All those conversations that we actually have. I'm not deleting those. So, I tried. I don't think I'm ever going to meet a boy like him ever again. Again, I don't care about sex. I don't care about nudes. It's just, even though I find his body attractive, right? At least from, okay, because I'm an error ace in questioning, right? From a fictional sexual perspective, I am, kind of, but egosexual, there, right? I basically had a connection with him. But I tried. And, like, think about how Vivi or the Straw Hats desperately want Vivi to join with them, but she has to stay. That's her choice. You know? It's like that. I can't do anything and I don't want to force it. So I even shared on Instagram about it on, let's see, my the Nolly one, and then I got a, what comment was that? What the heck? I got a comment? Hold on. Oh, it's just the mental health family. Why? I know it's so weird because I put the hashtag mental health. That was my mistake. You know, well, I wanted to put that in there. So, like, okay, it's kind of strange, like, how This is probably why I don't like hashtags on Instagram for a really important reason. I did add that in my comment on the main page though, but not the post itself, because you would get some weird, I want to say scammers, but weird comments. I just don't care about it. The only reason I did it because I thought it would reach out. I tried, okay, because I got mental health community, mental health family. Send me this. Send you what? Is this an image of a Christian art block? I don't get it. Weird. Ugh, who knows? Instagram is a really weird place. So, yeah, I messaged him 42 minutes ago. I don't know. I tried. I'll just read this out loud, okay? I'm not gonna bother screenshotting because I'm not gonna go through my MacBook freezing up again. It usually, just for a screenshot, it'll take me 24 minutes or something. I'm not waiting that long. Hi, Wesley, at 12:22 in the morning. Listen, you don't have to talk to me anymore if you don't want to. I'm a bit hurt at the moment on you removing me from following you here on Instagram while you're currently following 3 people when you're following 2. Not to be seen as clingy, sorry, but you randomly ghost me and not respond. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry, because I'm just a bit tired and stressed out. Okay, well, I'm just trying to say I just felt hurt and just concerned because, I don't know, he just didn't want me to follow. I'm just thinking, he could at least said something. I don't know. I tried. You know, I tried. He's something else. He used to follow a handful of people. I don't know. He's weird in a concerning way. I tried. I just hope this is understandable and why, my throat is dry. I just don't like to basically open up to people or whatever, because whenever I have a connection with people, it just doesn't, you know, that's why I don't like to have friendships, I guess. Especially since I had a couple of viewers, like Natalie, or Blanket, Natalie, let's see, it was Joan. I know they probably have stuff going on in the lines. Lily, a few others I can't name. Okay, let's just say people that found me from the comments on shorts that I would comment, right? I always wonder where they've been. And that's why I guess I get obsessed of having to have a large viewership, because if there's someone that I would have a good platonic connection with and they just later just vanish, I kind of blame myself. Now, I get it. Okay, they got stuff going on. Absolutely. But it'd be nice if I could just hear something. That's why I did like a little update on my Instagram. You know, I don't open notifications because of my mental health, right? Of course, I don't owe anyone, but I just felt it's respectful. So if he ever sees this, I hope he understands that I cared for him. I did. And yes, I think he was hot. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I just had to just get this out there. I tried everything. I need to get out more. Oh my god. I miss my apartment 260 so darn much, right? I want to get it back. Of course, my brother's name has to be on the lease because, well, my mother had to break it. And she can't... Oh! For the people that worked in that complex, okay, there was a homeless Floridian family of 3 that don't want to pay $900 a month's rent because they lived with us for 2 months. And my mother made a deal with her because we were struggling. We lived there for half a decade plus. And I just had to just get that out there. I know that this is all I can do right now when it comes to video related compared to other YouTubers that have good setups. Well, good for them. Okay? Good for them. But this is all I have. Not to mention, I can't even post on TikTok anymore. Oh, you know what I mean? TikTok, right? Because I don't like that app. Because my MacBook is so outdated. It's 10.11. Yeah, it's that old. But hey, it still works. At least I can still upload. If I can't, I'm screwed. So, why would he message me back? Whatever. I tried. From an Ace point of view, I just had to sell away. Or sell on. I just hope he's doing well.